Alright, let's do this.
Okay. The day has come. Are you all prepared?
No. Hold on.
Let us go.
Now, let's settle the score.
That's a new music.
We can't
Music
afford
track.
to lose. Let's go.
It's showtime.
Alright, let's see again if there's anything worth using.
Do you have...
The inmate needs you wish to perform an Now choose! You okay with this?
Now that's interesting. Actually, well, fucking page doesn't say what the weaknesses are. Let me Google real quick. Okay. Apparently no weaknesses, no strengths, really, so... Good. Fantastic. Since I don't really need this, and this is better. Anyway, in terms of
Choose the inherited
weaknesses...
skills, inmate.
Keep that. Well, we already have reflect, so...
It will receive a fraction of power. Now for a rebirth.
Skip this already. Why can't I skip it? Normally I can skip this. Fine. What? Okay. Wait, what? I already had you though. What the fuck? That's not the one I've used, is it?
Oh my, not quite what I was expecting.
Fuck you, dude. Oh my god. What a waste.
You okay with this?
No, I'm not.
Will this truly help you?
One of these... They're kind of shitty, so whatever, sure.
Choose the inherited skills, inmate. Select the skills you'd like to inherit.
It will receive some new power. Now for a rebirth.
You know some bullshit.
Okay.
Not terrible, but not impressive.
Heavy physical. Sure.
Select the
Wait,
skills
hold
you'd
on.
like to inherit.
There's a shit one. Don't particularly care about this either. That's
Choose
pretty
the
good.
inherited skills, inmate.
Let's see. Does that even help at all? I mean, I guess. Sounds pretty good.
Its power will be nothing unusual. I see.
What else can we do?
Not terrible, but not impressive.
No, definitely not. Nah.
Excessive power only leads to destruction.
Come on, it's one level too much. What do you want from me? Another one of those. Ugh. Yeah. Nothing that seems advantages. What is what does this even do? Oh, right. I forget. What
Gonna
happens
string 'em up?
if I do this?
Do not expect much power from this.
Okay. Around 10,000. That's not a lot. Yeah. I think it only considers
already?
levels for that. So that will be a
It is
waste.
time to mate.
I should write something.
I should have fucking bought more medicine shit. Like, but whatever. Let's just give this a shot. Probably shouldn't have saved over that either, but too late now. Gotta win this now. No going back. Wait, that's not where I want to go. Is it? Maybe it is. I'm not sure anymore. Can I buy stuff from you still? No.
Focus. Whoa! I can feel it.
What kind of game will it be this time? No matter what you bring out, we will emerge victorious.
You're making a grave mistake if you think you have me cornered. I only guided you here because this place allows me to fight to my heart's content.
Sis.
When my father died in the line of duty, I hated his killer from the bottom of my heart. Dying to uphold justice sounds virtuous, but the ones left behind have to clean up the mess. Can you imagine the hardships I had to endure?
Perhaps I had overestimated her. I thought her reasoning would have been more noble somehow.
She's lost control. This is wrong.
Justice cannot yield to evil. I must win, no matter what.
This is nothing more than self-righteousness.
All we need to do to determine who is right is battle.
What?
This?
A clash of brute strength is simply uncalled for on this stage.
What is she intending?
No more coins or playing games! We ain't following your damn rules!
Oh, you will. There is no room for negotiation. You will know soon enough.
What was that?
Now come at me!
You'll save her, right?
All right, everyone. Be on alert.
Let's do this fair and square!
All right, let's do it.
Persona!
I don't have in terms of buffs. That's pretty good.
Kuchinada! All right. Persona! Eat this!
This is gonna take a while, isn't it?
All right. Persona. Let's go.
Let's do this fair and square!
What the?
Now let us play a game of roulette. The stakes will be our lives. Of course, acts of violence are forbidden here. One must follow the rules.
We already told you. There's no way we're gonna follow your rules anymore.
That's fine by me. Such troublesome people will just face the penalty.
There's a penalty for not staying a roulette. What should we do?
Let's see.
I'm just gonna take my time here.
There.
Ah, in that case, it's time. This is your
Ah, so
penalty.
even that is
Joker,
alright.
are you all right? What? This is the penalty?
Those who cannot follow rules.
Joker, your health is low.
Okay.
This one.
Get ready. Huh. Persona. Okay,
Bit of a waste, but whatever.
thank you.
Thanks!
You've got to follow the rules.
You will predict which pocket the ball will fall into. Now, the time has come for our first round. Choose where you will place your bet.
I'm almost positive she's going to try and cheat. But even if we bring that up, she'd just ignore us. We should go along with the game for now, and try to gain evidence on her methods of cheating.
I agree.
Well, how will you bet?
Doesn't matter.
Have you made your decision? Then let's see the result.
How is your throat feeling today? Better, I hope.
Nope. Not at all.
We lost. Have you figured anything out, Joker? Really? How is she doing it? I see. You're right. It did seem like the ball floated for a split second there.
How humiliating.
Let's catch her in the act so she can't talk her way out of it. Have someone snipe the pocket when that glass lid appears. You're in charge of choosing who's gonna be the sniper.
We don't want to let her keep scamming us, right? I can go whenever.
You want me to do it? As long as I get close? You want me to do it? Leave it to me.
Let's do this fair and square.
The stuff displayed on the monitor changed. That must mean the betting changes every time.
Come!
I'll just extend this.
Breaking rules will be punished.
Oh right, I forgot.
Does it even matter which character you choose? Like,
Nah.
is there a different chance with each?
Nah. It's just one character you can dispose off, pretty much. Or, a while.
The sniper is in their designated spot. All that's left is to wait for the next roulette spin.
Very well, time to make your bet. Well, how will you bet?
Doesn't really matter.
Hopefully your prediction will be correct this time. What?
Joker! What was that about fair and square? You were totally cheating! You coward! What are you so quiet for?
Ta-da.
Say something!
Shut up! Shut up!
Sweet tap. Oh. Okay. That's edgy as fuck.
Sis?
Cheating? Unfair? Silence!
This isn't even her final form.
It is though.
Fight to hell with the game! I'll crush you by force, fair and square, just as you like!
This is my sister's true nature? No! We're finally back to a normal fight. Good luck, Joker.
Finally, it only took like a couple of turns. Oh, whatever.
She's way more powerful than before. Don't underestimate her.
Okay. Where's that thing? There we go. After a baton pass. Oh, well, that's not gonna happen this time.
I think the game expected you to take longer to solve the puzzle.
Possibly, but it was pretty obvious.
Get wrecked!
Persona! This one! Persona!
I'm sure it would have told you exactly what to do had you failed to do it yourself.
Who knows? Anyway, this is gonna take for fucking ever.
Persona! Ravage them!
Do you see that fucking health? Jesus. That's actually better.
Persona! Okay. That's a big help.
Thanks!
Off guard these attacks.
It's time.
Who's the fucking single person?
All right. Persona!
Persona! Out of our way!
Persona!
Do you have anything I missed? Probably not, right? Get her attack up, actually.
Persona! Take this!
Nice.
Persona!
That's a lot of damage.
As long as you win, it doesn't matter what methods you do. Don't you all think the same?
It's not for us. We only do it to help others who are suffering.
I will
Yeah, it's
win.
not the only reason. Don't pretend now.
You're being a sore loser.
I never lose, even in games of pure luck. Let me prove it.
So she's not going to cheat anymore? This may be a good opportunity for us, Joker. If we win at roulette, we'll get an advantage in battle.
Well, I have a choice anyway.
Go! Power up!
Sweet.
Persona!
Just what the doctor ordered.
There!
Breaking rules will be punished.
Oh, right. I forgot. Fuck. God damn it.
Persona!
Why doesn't she just always do that if she can? I mean, you know.
Here we go!
Has her UFO appeared anymore?
Futaba's? Yeah, it appears occasionally. I had to go to Mementos earlier, and there were a couple of instances.
Let's go.
Okay. Doesn't matter. See, it doesn't matter. Even if I had lost, it hardly would have mattered.
Go down! Persona!
I will win.
Persona! Feel my rage! Ow!
Persona!
What was the defense?
Get through! Persona!
Persona! Okay. Thank you.
Sorry!
I will. Justice can only be on the side of the victor. Take this.
Persona! Alright.
Damn it.
Persona!
my blade.
Queen's in danger! Go! Power up! Queen's in trouble! It looks bad.
Do you have anything else? Nice. I only have medium attacks, no heavy ones, which is fucking garbo.
Hellbiker! Ravage now! Get wrecked!
Good job.
Persona! Eyes up, Panther!
What?
One more and I'm done for. This should do.
Not even worth it, really.
I will win.
Alright.
That's not right.
Well, really much I can do at all. Oh wait, you can actually do something.
How about this? I appreciate it.
Isn't this a fun mechanic?
I guess they tried Gold Star. Always press X. That's what I would say for the entirety of this game. It's basically just you tried, you know, that Gold Star.
There! Persona!
Good.
Persona! No holds barred!
No dodge, damn it!
Come!
Where is that?
Gengar! Alright. Persona!
Persona! Persona! How's this?
I just need to win. As long as I can win. That's all that matters.
Sis!
Take that!
The enemy's power is rapidly increasing!
Hellbiker! Ravage now! With the persona!
How about this?
Oh, she still had it? Okay, I thought that cancelled it out. But
Don't stand in the way of my victory!
It's just him! She needs treatment! Super move! Ultra charge!
Persona! Some other way. Calm down.
should actually heal himself.
Okay.
I'll use my persona! Feel my rage!
Oh hey, I didn't even need to do all that. Okay. That was a pretty good boss fight. Well, not good, but you know, not bullshit like previous ones.
Victory.
It's a step forward. Check out this new skill!
I'm sure you're gonna.
A winner is you.
I'm sure they're gonna have some more bullshit bosses later. Alright, we did it.
So I lost.
Sis!
That's only a shadow. Why are you so...
Quiet!
sorry?
We'll go grab the treasure.
Makoto?
I don't think it's wrong to bring light to evils which can't be judged by
Her heart
law.
is pure and good once
All the
again.
Phantom Thieves have been trying to do too. But these aggressive investigations, twisting the truth for your own personal gain? Please. You have to think back to the feelings you had when you first wanted to be a prosecutor. Think about your justice, sis.
My justice.
Try to remember how you used to be.
How I...
Nijima-san. She's just like my father. What caused them to change like this?
Even though their own desires were the cause, succumbing to such distorted thoughts is strange. Is there another reason they don't know of?
We found it.
The investigation will now be able to proceed. The suspicions against you will be lifted as well. This deal we made was a great experience for me.
Okay.
All right. To think that I, a detective, would act alongside the Phantom Thieves. By no means. This shall be the end of our working together.
Nope.
That was part of our promise. You haven't forgotten, have you?
I mean, I wish it was, but the video game isn't over yet.
Alright,
By
we don't
quite
need
a
to stay here
long
any
shot.
longer.
So.
Such good lip syncing on the portrait animation.
Well, I mean, it's just mouth flaps.
Let's go.
The better thing is that they also mouth flap on their 3D animations, but if you dismiss the dialogue, they still keep flapping afterwards.
Huh? Enemy
Great.
readings! When did they... They're gathering outside!
For real? What the hell's going on? Look at those numbers.
They sure
Doesn't
are
look
green.
good. We defeated the palace ruler and even stole the treasure, yet the shadows are still restless. It doesn't make any sense. What's going on here?
There are more coming? This'll be dangerous if we don't do something.
Huh? We need to go
That's
now.
a lot of green
Those guys in
numbers.
black suits are almost here. We'll be done for if we get surrounded. A team this large would be discovered immediately. We had best split up for our escape. Although, we'll need someone to act as a decoy. No, that's too dangerous.
Joker? Are you planning on distracting them by yourself?
Let him do it, Queen. He's quiet.
Now we
Once his mind's
know
made up,
how
he's not gonna take
the
no for an
beginning
answer.
happened. Yay.
I'm sure you ain't gonna die. It's you we're talking about here.
No,
Please
but
don't
you're
do
gonna get
anything
drugged
reckless,
and beaten
okay?
up heavily by the police. It's great.
I'll never forgive you if you don't make it back.
Yeah, if you die, I'll never forgive you. You asshole, you absolute monster.
Even more are coming.
It is a painfully reluctant parting.
It seems we had best hurry.
We'll see you later.
There's someone here.
Who could possibly have snitched on you?
Nobody has, but you missed the previous like 2 hours of this, so
Hey, up there! He's here. Moving immediately.
do we get to watch the intro again? Oh, I'd have to do it again even. Wow, fantastic.
We'll retrieve the briefcase on our end. Don't worry.
I even get to do this again.
Showing yourself
Fantastic.
above that crowd earlier was an excellent move. Nice work as always, Joker.
I bet Skull wouldn't pull it off that quickly.
There he is.
Just okay. The enemy's focus is on him. Looks like the rest of us can slip away. Everyone, remember where.
Stop right there!
Get away.
What an intense chase scene.
I get to press X once in a while.
I am Arsene, another you that exists within. Ah, we meet once again. You have progressed well through your recollections. Last spring, you awakened to this furious power. Now, use that power and defeat the enemies before you!
Comparing powers. No threat. Get him, Joker.
Did I get a new persona? What the fuck was that?
This isn't it.
Remember when video games were all about engaging gameplay? What foolish design that was.
Oh goody.
Now, head to position. Use root B.
There!
Your fate will soon be determined. Recall everything. Remember the bonds you have forged with your friends. If you are fated to continue past this point, then we shall surely meet again.
Bye.
Okay, pull out before their backup gets here.
Good. More of them?
Joker, behind you.
All right.
Come on, man.
I'm okay. What? All right.
He's not alone. Find them and kill them all.
So exciting.
Something wrong? The exit should be up ahead.
You're there.
That's just how it is. After that commotion, the bottom floor is completely closed off. Hey, can you make it?
Over there. There's nowhere to run.
See ya.
See ya, and hello, police.
What a show off. You're so reckless, you know that? Enemies here?
What's wrong?
These readings. It can't be.
What happened?
An ambush? Joker, can you handle this?
Joker!
Oh no!
Capture him. Let's go. Go, go, go. Go over there.
So what kind of sense does this make anyway?
Stop struggling.
Suspect secure!
Didn't expect to find some kid. You
The
have your
police
team
were
ready.
brought to the make-believe world.
You were sold out.
Suspect confirmed. Cuff it!
Okay, we get to watch all of this again, in case you forgot. Yeah. How many fucking hours do we have in this game? 73? God damn.
Guess the drug was too strong. Wake him up.
I'm gonna try one of those, I don't even know what they are, like,
No dozing off.
not pralines, but treats that Pincer sent me.
You still don't get it, do you? Give it up.
There's something that I can't read on the package, so I can't tell you what it even is.
What?
But I will tell you if I think it's any good.
Huh? What about the camera? Are you thinking it can be used as video evidence?
Pretty alright. Reminds me of, like, I don't know, as if you had amaretti, but soft. Weird. But not bad. Dots.
Didn't you hear my question? Answer! Obstruction of justice, blackmail, defamation, possession of weapons. Manslaughter too, yeah? Talk about the works. To think that all those crimes were led by a punk like this. And you seem to be enjoying every second of it. Huh? You should know your place.
Oh no, James Bond, please don't hurt me.
Sign here. It's a confession under your name. I see. I need your hand to sign this, bud. I don't care if you end up losing a leg.
Dots.
Don't expect to walk out of here in one piece. We are going to make you understand. One must take full responsibility for their actions.
I like how the eyes are completely fixed in space. It's amazing. Hey, wow, the game didn't let me enter my name again. Because,
Mouth flap, mouth flap.
that would have been the most difficult part of it all. Remember how hard it was for me to enter my name? I'm glad they didn't make me do that again.
Excuse me, but this area's off.
I'm Nijima from the
You
public
just wrote
prosecutor's
XXX.
The prosecutor's office?
I wrote
What
for
business do you have here?
2069.
Just let me through. It's urgent.
Be
There's something
Lord
I need to
Owner
confirm with the
Hitler.
suspect.
Nijima-san, I believe this case is no longer in your jurisdiction. Besides...
You prosecutor signed Nijima? There's a call from your director. Hurry and get it over with. To be frank, you're being an inconvenience.
I thought I ordered you to stand by.
I'm responsible for this case, yet I'm not even being allowed an interrogation?
I'm calling because I knew you'd bring it up.
I will not be convinced unless I confirm it for myself. This is my case.
Good luck to you then. I won't be expecting much, though.
Prosecutor, I forgot to mention something important. Your time will be cut short. We can't permit you to talk with him for long.
Yeah, only 70 hours.
It's for your
What
own
did
sake.
I miss out from the plot?
Nothing important really. I went to Mementos and did the thing. And Futaba made friends with her old companion. And then I had a date thing with Makoto and she was like... And then later it was revealed that the boyfriend's asking for money and stuff and I don't know.
His methods are unknown.
And that's all.
I understand.
And now we're watching this again. Stuff from the very beginning, in case you forgot. Not like the game didn't remind you like a billion times already, but, you know. Oh, hi.
Well, now that you have traversed your long
The effects of that. This is your golden opportunity.
The evil influence who wishes you dead is fast approaching.
If you want to win this unreasonable game.
If you wish to take back your recall the bonds you formed with your allies. And grasp the truth that will save you from the brink
Take
of
it
ruin.
easy, dude. But take it.
Dude, if you have friends, nothing's gonna stop you, dude. Like, if you get beat up by the police and seriously drugged, just think of your friends and it'll be all okay.
So that's what led to your ending up here.
This is so silly.
What a disappointing end to the hero of justice.
What do you mean disappointing? You stole your
believe it.
treasure, asshole.
But I now have a general idea of the methods you used for your crimes. There's much more I'd like to ask, but my allotted time is nearly up. I do have a suggestion, though. Care to strike a deal? If you cooperate with me, I'll consider lightening your sentence.
Am I gonna banish again? Dots.
This is why Charles Bronson was struggling for so long. He didn't have enough friends.
Even if it means
Hey,
brokering a
now
deal
you
with
got it.
Your operation was weak and you failed to change my heart. There's no point in being obstinate now.
What do you mean you failed? I succeeded. What the fuck?
You've corrupted the order of this country and caused an uprising against its very existence.
You'll most likely be given life imprisonment or the death penalty. Unless you accept my proposal.
Oh, right. Does Japan land still have... the glorious Nippon still have fucking
I
death
hear your throat
penalty?
is slightly better. Yes.
No.
You didn't get to keep the treasure, I guess.
Going forward, I will read a list of people who are closest to you in this case. Tell me honestly whether or not the following are involved with the Phantom Thieves. First, the friend who you've been with since the day you transferred to Shujin, Ryuji Sakamoto. One of the victims of the Kamoshida case, An Takamaki. Ichiryusai Madarame's pupil, Yusuke Kitagawa. The daughter of Wakaba Ishiki, Futaba Sakura. The heiress to the Okumura Foods legacy and daughter of its CEO, Haru Okumura. And
Wikipedia tells me Japan still has death penalty by hanging.
Oh, great, great, good. What a progressive country. Good.
Those are your accomplices in the Phantom Thieves case, are they not?
Hanging, by the way, is even fantastic. I mean, I don't think this is gonna matter. Is it? Not gonna matter, is it?
Gotta make the name reading dramatic.
But hey, I don't care. So you choose.
That's right.
He's already hung.
I acknowledge you joke, pincers, but please vote. You gotta understand this is a really important decision that will impact everything.
Never heard of them.
Okay, so since we don't have a unanimous decision, I'll just press X at random.
Go full denial.
Apparently I picked
so
no.
You won't sell out your friends. Then let me change the question. I find it hard to believe that high schoolers could have pulled off these crimes by themselves. Were there not others outside of your direct group who encouraged your crimes or lent their aid? Not to repeat myself, but remember that your life will be forfeit if your sentence is not lightened. You had the cooperation of people outside your group, did you not? Can you tell me about them?
Nope.
I see. So you won't speak a word about either your teammates or your collaborators. Do you even understand the position that you're in? Let's discuss one other person, Goro Akechi. There are reports that he was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves as well. Might he be a part of your team too?
That's impossible, dude.
So Goro Akechi wasn't one of you. Very well.
Why does she believe that part?
You clearly have no intention of bargaining with me.
Dots.
Even now, you're still acting as though you're a hero of justice. Your teammates have sacrificed you in order to escape, yet you wish to defend their honor? Why won't you talk about them? Don't be ridiculous. You're not the one to decide such things.
I am, though.
Justice? Then tell me. What
Hero
is
of
this
justice.
you
Hearn.
Hero of justice. Woman in a cell.
Saving others? What an awfully simple response. You continue to stand firm. Are you implying that we have no evidence on you? You're right. We have nothing. And it doesn't help that your story sounds like a fairy tale. But many people have fallen victim to this. We need to learn the truth. The truth, huh? I don't even know what's right anymore. And it's all due to your strange story. After all this, you're still...
Yes, thank you. Hold on. Excellent.
Are you listening? The side effects of the truth serum should be wearing off. I won't be deceived by such a poor act.
You realized it too then. It was our conversation about pancakes, right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me.
Hey. Can you hear me? It seems your mind is clearing up. But unfortunately, my time has run out. Although I find your story to be quite interesting, I won't be able to speak with you any longer. Huh? What are you getting at? That's right.
Winning?
No matter the
Did
results of
somebody
this
say
case, I won't be
winning?
receiving
Pancakes
credit.
I'm
give you the
interested in
strength
that.
to survive.
I even had to call in a large favor just to conduct this interrogation.
So, how did that thing we asked you to look into go? Nijima mentioned a special interrogation room, didn't she? Good. It looks like we can make this work if we lure them there.
Hey. Hey, are you listening? Our time's up. We're done talking here.
Yeah, the 70 hours are done for.
Goodbye. Why? Because this is my job. Don't ask me such odd questions. Anyhow, there's one last thing I want to ask you. There's something that's been bothering me for some time now. Recently, I was removed from my post as head of this investigation and was told to remain on standby. A short while later, I received word you were caught in the act, within some bizarre phenomenon. But that was all I was told. You were told someone sold you out, correct? If that's true, who could it have been? Don't you have any idea?
Catchy.
My suspicions were true in the end. Still, to think his true intention was to sell us out. All that's left is to figure out a way to hand it over. It's all up to you, leader. Okay then. Giving him the phone without arousing suspicion will be easier said than done. We'll be counting on you to
Oh
pull this
man,
off.
I thought it was Ryuji.
What's wrong? Might you have an idea as to who sold you out? Yes, very well. Go on. If you know something, you must tell me.
This
I won't
is
allow things to end
for
like
sure. They're making Phoenix Wright references with the desk slamming. Come on.
You mean this? I've been told the lock on it is quite complicated, but it's only a matter of time until it's cracked. What's so important about this smartphone? Are you going to unlock it
Where
and
is the
show me
coffee
data?
slinging though?
And that's only in the third one.
She hasn't slept for days while she's been getting that app ready. Now we gotta figure out a way to show him the phone. Huh? Didn't Makoto and the others tell you? You need to show your phone to the true culprit. You know, the traitor.
Hey! What are you trying to get at here? And what about this smartphone?
I don't remember these flashback scenes.
That's because we only sort of, they were conveniently left out of the cutscenes that we saw before. Whenever the weird effect happened, that's when the game cut out a cutscene before. Which is actually quite clever, so I'll give the game that.
This smartphone, it's really cool, prosecutor.
And thus, the dangerous person responsible for the mass mental shutdown shall end his own life.
Please. I need you to be clear with me. Who am I supposed to show this to? not a teammate? My god.
Eva, I need
to
you.
him, aren't you?
Eva, I need you.
That's it? What are you plotting? I can't even begin to fathom it. But it appears my time is up. This is as far as our conversation can go. This will be my last involvement with this case. Very well. I've listened to your whole story, so I may as well play along to the end.
Show her the
And
TV.
that honest look in your eyes. I used to view the world the same way too once.
I was young and
place my
innocent.
Oh, wrong
once.
game.
I just need to show him the phone, right?
We did it.
Thy bond shall be
What? Okay.
All right. All right.
I'll be going.
Bye. See ya.
What good will this do, though?
It'll be a you know, a prank. Piss rid of pranksters. He'll be real
True
mad.
justice.
It's fantastic.
A catchy gun?
Nijima will not die for you.
Why are you here?
Why do you seem so surprised?
I needed my director to step in to get access, and I was directly responsible for this case. How did you get approval?
For the same reason you did. I am heading up the investigation team after all. It's only natural I'd have the right to interrogate our culprit as well, don't you think?
They assigned you command?
That was a joke, of course. I'm merely here to assist with the public security interrogation. I am surprised it's this far underground, though. There aren't any others incarcerated here, yes? Nobody would ever know if things got a little violent.
If I remember correctly, didn't you say there was another culprit besides the Phantom Thieves?
That was but a lie I spread to set them up. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot that I had
Akachi is
deceived
better
you too,
prankster than
Saisa.
you.
After all,
He
if
sure
you wish
is.
to trick your enemies, you must first trick your allies.
So it was you. You're the one who sold out the Phantom Thieves. I need you to be clear. My god. You're referring...
Why are you showing me things I saw 10
Is there a
seconds
problem?
ago?
Akechi-kun, does this phone look familiar to you?
You knew.
Excuse me?
You knew?
What is this phone?
It belonged to the leader of the Phantom Thieves. I believe you'll need it for your investigation.
Not personally. I was acting alongside the Phantom Thieves myself, remember?
True. This is undoubtedly a great accomplishment. Good luck in there.
Foolish woman.
Flashbacks are important.
Why is it always the detective assistant in these games, by the way?
That smartphone gave him heartburn.
Ugh, that ugly design. Gross. I'm gonna throw up.
May I ask that you accompany me? Going in unarmed to interrogate a murderer makes me uncomfortable.
Huh? What are you?
I owe you for all of this. Thanks. That's right. You and your little friends were vital to our plan, and now it will be completed. Your popularity
pew.
truly was quite stunning. That
I wanna
just
laugh,
made
but-
using you
Why
all
was the
more
guard's gun
worthwhile.
silenced?
I don't know. My bond has grown deeper. Come on. You did dig.
Right.
Oh my god, I'm blushing for him. He's so manly.
Have you finally pieced it all together?
Damn it, Adachi.
I can't believe you betrayed me. I feel true friendship.
Case closed. This is how your justice ends.
Cool.
Good end.
Yay!
Oh man, oh god, oh man.
Foolproof. Oh, can't believe we're finally done with this game. Fuck yeah. Kinda weird to leave the game on like social links you can't even complete. Weird.
Shido-san.
The angle of the shot is not gonna be suspicious at all.
Nope.
I've told you not to call me by name. Regardless, all that's left is to deal with the remnants.
The continued deaths of these teenagers would be a bit much, don't you think? I considered making it appear they had a falling out, but that would only amplify public frenzy. It would be best to have each of them meet with an unfortunate accident once the storm blows over.
Is there any possibility they'll want to avenge their leader?
No chance. They're nothing but cattle anyway. They have no backbone without his guidance. I will keep my eye on them just in case, though.
I'll be counting on you.
They will live their lives cowering in fear of death. An apt punishment for obstructing our work.
Make sure to kill that strange cat once you find it as well.
How do they know about the cat?
They are sheeple.
Oh, okay, because you told them. Never mind.
A cat, after all.
Only you were woke.
More importantly, they should be
Hashtag
dealing with the
woke.
suicide right about now. Things will become quite busy once the word gets out. I'll need to prepare my comments on the matter.
I must be prepared to deal with it on my end as well. Beyond that, what of the director of the Special Investigations Unit?
Perhaps he'll be struck by a mysterious illness sometime soon.
No, it can't be.
My days of looking out the window and laughing are over. Oh no.
Even me. God damn it. Shit.
Cheat. Shit. Yo, what's
What's
up?
all that about, showing him this phone? The Phantom Thief Alibaba? Who is this?
I am Alibaba, a member of the Phantom
She-eyed.
Thieves. I inquire as to your justice. Sai Nijima.
How do they know I have this?
Goro Akechi is evil. He didn't come to interrogate the captured Phantom Thief. He came to kill him.
We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. How about that? Yes, the guard will be one of ours. We'll have to eliminate him after to destroy the evidence, though.
Don't trust the guard either. He's an accomplice as well. Now then, I'll tell you detailed steps to take. You must save him.
You want...
You alone
Nijima
must
is
save
very
Tova.
quick.
Huh?
What is it?
Nothing.
You must save the
Anyway,
top
what brings you
prankster.
here?
Did anyone else stop by? Nobody?
There'd be no reason for anyone else to come down here.
There'd be no reason for
I
anyone
thought
else
this
to
was
come
the
down
game
here.
over route. I guess it was kinda weird how long these scenes went on.
So it's all true.
Of course it's true. Is something the matter?
It's Akechi-kun. He had to take a sudden call, so he won't be able to make it down today.
Huh?
I've been asked to handle things instead.
You? But...
You know, if you stay here, they'll likely get rid of you to eliminate any evidence. I suggest you go into hiding at once if you value your life.
Yes, ma'am.
And don't say a word of what transpired here. Trust nobody. Forget this ever happened.
Don't trust me either. Just shoot me. Bye.
And now we return to our continued report.
But giving Nijima wrong answers and dying would be too much choice for this game.
Told you, dude.
Too many choices.
Can I get you to look over here?
You cannot even trust yourself.
So he got caught. That group sure was something.
Yeah.
So the next shoot got me thinking. How about we have you do an idol thing, you know? That cool?
What a surprise to think that the one behind all this is just a minor. But considering how quickly they announced his arrest, the police must surely be confident in the
I want to eat more of these crackers here than I have, but problem is like they really stick together in your mouth, and then you have like this weird mush of stuff in your teeth.
Why is she working with Vine Sauce Joel?
Shoes.
Still doing track and field? I'd love to see you run again.
Also, the young man continues to remain silent, refusing to implicate any potential accomplices. However, considering the number of charges brought against
Wow, dude, that's deep.
Something happened.
Yeah.
Hashtag too deep for me.
Not feeling it today?
Yes.
Oh, I'm not chiding you. Just do as normal at your own pace. With your skills, there's no need to worry about your future.
Everybody gets convenient comments about the death.
Right.
He's just a high school student. How do you think he was contacting the others?
The police here can search any online communications. His
I can't read Japanese, but so much for localization.
Phantom Thieves' most recent targets have gone comatose. Actual harm has been done here.
Given the lack of physical violence, their method is still a mystery.
He's gonna draw miniature moustaches from now on.
You never turned it in? That's quite the surprise. I thought I lost it this whole time.
I'm sorry.
Well, your grades are excellent. And you're student council president. I'm sure you'll be admitted anywhere you apply. That one phantom thief should have followed your example. You hear? It seems he was caught. Some high schooler. I wonder why he turned to a life of crime.
Some high schooler. I mean, there's no way he goes to our school. Who knows?
We also received information that the young man was placed on probation for assault.
God.
Because of his previous record, he had to leave his hometown.
It sure is great playing these video games.
I believe
You know,
your father
it's
can rest
when
in
you put down the controller
That phantom thief could never have changed
and you
anything.
don't touch any buttons.
Only a handful
That's
of
when you
people
know
are
you're playing a good video game.
So you've been coming
The more anime,
Yeah,
the better.
imagine that.
Wherever did that one new student of ours vanish to?
Mm-hmm.
The young man being held in custody has committed suicide. The police have confirmed his death, although details have not been released. To repeat, the suspect has committed suicide while in
Custody. This station will continue to report any further updates as they arrive.
Why would, like, isn't this happening in like a super secret, top secret government facility that's not even known to anyone? Why would,
And now
why would
Haru
this
is
suddenly
gonna
be
get
public
raped.
knowledge? What?
Good work.
Anyway, cool game. we're finally done, so we can clear Nier Automata, like I always wanted to. So look forward to that.
You're shitting me. We got him.
Edgy. We killed a friend just to prank him. That was always the plan. The ultimate prank. Pranking with your own life. Now that's dedication.
It would seem as though you have been killed. But why were you killed? Why did you have to die? Do you remember? It
The
seems you
decision to have
forgot
the
an important
protagonist
fact
die
while your
completely
consciousness
absolved
was
all of its
hazy.
faults.
Indeed, your death was a necessity for your
That
escape
was the
from
plan,
certain
to give you a boner.
Is this hell?
Yes,
What a
this game is hell.
tremendous plan. How might you be capable of executing such a feat? Well then, let us rouse the memories which are missing.
More flashbacks. Hooray. Get to watch this again. Yay.
Let us arouse those memories.
Hey, they're going. You realized it too then.
Now let's get flashbacks of these amazing feats you did as a protagonist of this game but was never shown
It was
to
our
you.
conversation about pancakes,
Protagonist.
right? There's no way he could have reacted like that if he hadn't heard me. My thoughts exactly. It was your social studies trip. We met him in the hallway of that TV station.
We gotta change the past.
There's no way that this is the first time he's heard my voice. This whole deal feels sketchy. Yeah, that was my plan too.
Change your fate.
Let's get everyone on the same page right away.
It was sketchy Akachi.
One more person has been on our mind. If it's possible,
Gonna make patties
I want
tonight
to eavesdrop on their phone
with
conversation.
fried chicken.
That'll be tough.
Don't know how long I'll keep playing this for before I make dinner.
I agree.
Yeah, I as a cat know especially much about research and hacking. I agree that you can do it.
I'd have to plant a bug directly on the phone.
By the
So
way,
it's
nice Hot
impossible
Topic
even
shirt.
for you. I didn't say it was impossible. Okay, I've got a plan.
That was so difficult she had to take all of 10 seconds to think of it.
That's perfect. Don't worry, I'll tell you the details later.
Okay.
This is gonna be fun. I can't wait.
Our characters had to become
So we're
smart
going
for
to
this
use
to
this
work.
place.
How did they get here?
It'll be a gamble.
I think it's gonna work. You can't tell a thing.
Yeah, that too. They're way too dumb to actually get through to this,
It
but
seems
whatever.
you finally remember. This game
A case of off-screen intelligence.
Fuck! The game isn't over yet? God damn it. I wanna play Nier.
There are still things that must be done.
Oh, fuck.
You were gonna replace your body with an inflatable doll. It'll be perfect.
It was a Shadow Realm all along. Oh my god, I guessed it. What a surprise. Edge face. That was so difficult, I have to save the game.
Teleports behind you, nothing personnel, detective.
I missed you, dude. The hours I played, like the 2.5, 3 hours I played without you guys, so much less interesting.
That's so sweet. And gay.
Don't lay the truth, dude. Nothing gay about that. Yeah, if they never leave the palace and stuff. That was like my first thought about how they would stage such a thing, but you know. There you go. Hooray, what a difficult puzzle to solve. Anyway, it's great that these people have...
Oh my gosh, all these revelations that were impossible to guess as they happened.
It's great that they have super high confidence in everything working, despite none of this ever being, like, fucking, you know, tested or proven or anything.
This is the modern Agatha Christie mystery.
Intend on continuing this investigation until the case is fully solved.
I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finish a few things at work. Where are they?
Waiting upstairs. Go tell them to come on down. I'm gonna fetch him.
You're her sister, correct?
You already
Makoto
saw her,
told me
dude.
everything. Futaba-chan, I'm sorry that I caused you so much trouble this past summer.
It's ancient history now.
Man, that goddamn detective.
Look who's here.
Hey, you big bastard.
You big dick bastard.
How have you been? You're not floating. It's
truly is a relief to see your face.
I bet that moron Akechi don't even know we tricked him yet.
Still, how'd you pull this off? Isn't this guy considered dead?
You weren't told anything? I heard my sister brought him here, though.
Yeah, she came over in a taxi, dumped him off, and told me to keep him safe. It was right after they announced he had died, too.
You really got them worked up, you big bastard.
Pranked.
Yeah.
I didn't have time to explain.
Oh man.
Hey, shouldn't we tell boss what really happened?
That name decision was way more apt than I could have ever imagined.
We wanted to make our enemy believe the leader of the Phantom Thieves was dead.
What?
What we did was make that enemy kill his fake in the metaverse.
Dude, he doesn't know about any of this shit.
Hold on a sec. Enemy? Fake? What are you talking about?
The true culprit behind all these incidents set us up. Our goal here was to determine their identity.
True culprit? I see. So you guys were going up against someone else?
It was Goro Akechi. You knew beforehand that he was the traitor, didn't you?
It was a prank gone violent.
Akechi himself gave us the chance to strike back. He made one fatal mistake.
Couldn't you have just said from the beginning that Akechi was the real culprit?
That wasn't something we could simply bring up. We couldn't have you suspect Akechi. Besides, neither you nor the other investigators would have believed something like that, would you?
True. Akechi was credited with the arrest of the Phantom Thieves. Not even I would think he was the culprit. In other words, you left him alone on purpose. That was a bold move.
God, I can't keep up with any of this stuff. So what was this mistake Akechi made? What did he do?
He slipped up in regards to Morgana's voice.
You mean our cat?
Yes.
Sojiro is relatable.
Sorry, was that supposed to be a joke?
Oh, our apologies. That's completely true. You surprised?
Does that mean he said something just now as well?
But you don't understand him, do you? That's how it was for all of us at first, too.
When you're in the metaverse, Mona talks like a normal person. Once you hear that and your brain realizes he can actually talk, you start to understand him in reality. It's a change in cognition, most likely.
Thanks to Akechi's lame acting, we figured out something was up.
When we talked to Akechi at the school festival, he was acting like he just realized Mona could talk. But we already saw him drop a mega hint about it way earlier.
Oh, I know a place! I want to go to that huge pancake-looking place we passed on the way here!
Oh, am I mistaken? I thought I heard something about delicious pancakes.
Mona was the only one who was talking about a pancake.
The
pancakes were his undoing.
The best way to make a story interesting is to just withhold all the information that your
all these
protagonist
clever
will know.
hints.
Like literally one of them.
That meant Akechi'd already been in the metaverse by then.
And since he was lying to us about that, we assumed he had a hidden motive behind contacting us.
It seemed odd upon further thought. His reaction to my pancake comment was an honest one, after all. He did approach us when we found ourselves in the worst trouble yet.
That's why we asked Futaba-chan to wiretap his phone. I pretended to be interested in checking the phone out, but I was actually
Maybe them
planting my
acting idiotic the whole game was a ruse too.
Oh hey, finally this one is explained as well. Astounding.
My heart was pounding while I was doing it, though.
Even that ace detective could never have imagined a program being installed so quickly.
Yeah, you need to go into the App Store and to type in the name and then like download it, and it's like so slow. and you gotta wait for it to install. It's so slow. Like, takes forever. It's fucking
Taba's
apps,
quirky
dude.
nature proved to be a great help.
That was just an act! After a few days of listening, this confirmed his betrayal.
Then I'll guide the police into her palace and have them catch the Phantom Thieves in the act. That would be the only way to arrest them, given their methods. I'll deal with them after that. Let me see. We could say he stole the guard's gun and committed suicide during his imprisonment. Public security questioning will occur on the first day. And with that room, my task will be simple.
Is this for real?
Yes, the guard will be one of ours.
So they planned to...
Well then, I will make... And thus, the dangerous criminal responsible for the mass mental shutdowns shall end his own life. When he does, you will become a great hero who saved Japan from evil. As will I, of course.
I knew he was acting strangely, but to think he was this far gone...
I forget, but how far back was that comment where Jinji said he was gonna be the traitor?
Shutdown crimes.
That was like way back.
On top of that, there's someone else commanding Akechi. Someone with great authority. So great that they can order an assassination in a police station. That's why we had to make a move before they did.
I see.
He felt too much like Adachi.
It was before he joined you, I think.
I don't remember, but either way.
We baited Akechi into Sis's palace, making him dispose of our leader's fake, but think he killed him.
Can you elaborate on that in more detail? What exactly happened in my cognitive world?
We're sorry for using you without your permission. Your palace had all the conditions we needed.
What conditions?
First, we required a place inside the cognitive world that was the same as in reality.
So that's what the comments about the thingy were
That place is
about.
based on the real world after all. Anywhere that's not warped looks just like normal.
Anyway, so, you know, the problem with this is that, like... every time something was out of place, like where they mentioned something seemingly superfluous, it ends up just being a really, really strong indicator that this is going to be very story relevant later. So I always knew what was going to happen. If you really want to arouse intrigue and make it not obvious, you have to have like a continuous amount of noise in how people act and the kind of information you reveal so that it's not immediately clear to you that this is going to be relevant. But anyway.
That's why nobody but the person who uses the nav even realizes they're in the metaverse.
Back with Kamoshida, we came in from the station without even noticing. You totally can't tell the difference if there ain't any distortions around.
We had already investigated Nijima-san's palace when Makoto brought the suggestion to us.
That's what they did with pancakes.
Yeah, I guess.
I was seriously impressed by that suggestion.
So, I don't know if... I would have to go back if I made a comment about that back then.
To be
but
honest, I didn't quite
can't be
understand it,
bothered.
but I went along with it. Yeah, it's good we have her heading up our operations.
Makoto is normally so calm as well, but once her mind is set, she gets oddly impulsive.
I did have a bit of a rivalry forming with Akechi, but I just couldn't contain myself anymore.
That's understandable.
Once you became a target, sis. The reason I joined the Phantom Thieves was to heal your heart, after all.
My own achievements were all that mattered to me. I was desperate. I wasn't myself at all.
And now I'm gonna be out on the streets and it's great.
I'm sorry I couldn't see that.
That goes for the both of us. We heard from Mako-chan that you were going to do the interrogation, Nijima-san.
And regarding its location, I take it you used the data from my laptop?
I'm sorry.
Go on.
There were two things we were able to confirm while we were checking the metaverse. First, our clothes didn't change when we were down in the interrogation room. Second, the scenery and details outside of the palace proper were the same as in the real world.
Once we heard that from Makoto, we secretly went to check it out without Akechi knowing.
There was also one more thing we absolutely needed to make this work.
Again,
Hope you didn't find my porn stash though.
again, like, good mystery novels lay everything bare. They don't withhold any information from you. You get to know and see everything. And then, puzzle becomes what really happened. Which pieces of information are relevant and important, and which are not. And in this, they just didn't show you everything. It just didn't show you so many things for this quote-unquote mystery to even work at all. Ugh. I want to watch Columbo again, jeez.
Of him in the metaverse's interrogation room.
Columbo and shows like it are so genius because you get to see everything as it happens. And the interesting part about it then is like following the steps of the detective and trying to see and puzzle out for your own how the pieces of information that you get fed afterwards can fit together to figure out what really happens. So, you know, you can sort of approach it from both sides at the same time. Which gives you an advantage over the detective, but still allows you to sort of feel smart about figuring out what happened. Even though you already know everything.
Caught, though, there obviously wouldn't be anyone in that room.
Once we saw the casino guests and police officers, we were convinced this would work. They looked no different from actual living people.
After that, we just had to work our way into the palace like usual, while keeping Akechi in the dark.
Everything went as planned up until we defeated Sis's shadow. However, it was then that we were met with a terrifying, unexpected police ambush. As a result, even though we managed to grab the treasure, we couldn't get it out of the metaverse.
Why not? Joker had it.
That was all an act.
Oh hey, okay, cool.
We had prepared an empty briefcase beforehand and merely acted like we were taking the treasure.
More stuff we didn't
This
know.
was because we knew the police would be coming for us.
We made sure before the operation that the police would be waiting to ambush us. And just
This is
as
also
expected,
exciting
he
and
totally took the bait.
revealing because we didn't know anything.
All according to Kaikaku.
Mm-hmm.
Him getting captured by the police went exactly how we planned it.
And I had
Wait,
been
hold on. Can
interrogating him with
you
no
get
knowledge of
rid of the
this.
portraits? I need to look at the stickers she has on her laptop.
But how did you lure Akechi into this cognitive world's interrogation room?
It
All
looks
I needed were the
exactly like some of the actual laptops in the fucking lecture halls look. Plastered full of stickers. B2789. Okay.
Akechi disposed of the fake in the palace and left thinking he had been victorious. It must have been truly hilarious for our leader who sat idly in the real world's interrogation room. Surely he was acting quite cocky by himself in that quiet chamber.
Columbo would be so much better if he would just go to the criminal and then tell them what he found along the way without showing us.
Yeah.
It's a shame I didn't have the opportunity to see that for myself.
It's like if you just take the scene where he explains how they fucked up, but don't do anything else. It's like you show only that, and then expect to get the same kind of satisfaction from it.
All I could do was try to handle all the messages that started coming to me on his phone. Huh. So in other words, I've been to the metaverse, albeit for a brief moment.
In our experience, there is little danger when someone enters their own palace for so short a time.
That's the other reason we had him give it to you. We needed you to listen to Alibaba, deceive the guard, and ultimately aid in his escape. By having you head back to the interrogation room, we could return you to the real world as well.
I mean, I had to think of some way to keep you from running into Akechi mid-assassination.
Huh. Astounding. I hadn't the slightest idea that such a grand operation was taking place within me.
I'm so glad he was able to persuade you during the interrogation. Even though we knew Akechi's plan, we were pretty worried about that part.
True.
Once he mentioned that thing about winning.
Was the guard transported to the metaverse too, then?
Subsequent breakout would have never been possible.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
That persuasion was easily our greatest gamble. We couldn't consult Sis beforehand. It was absolutely the make or break moment of the entire plan.
Still, I'm surprised you could convince me in such a short time. Were you confident you could do it?
Actually, 2 guards. First the one that Akechi shot, and then the one that was outside when Sai came back.
Understandable. Either way, I can't believe you went for such a risky idea.
If we could just tell you the true culprit's plan, I knew you'd realize the bigger picture. Realize that our leader was telling the truth, and that there was a greater evil to pursue.
As a result, we emerged victorious.
Don't do
The
drugs,
reason you kept
kids.
this a secret from me was so you could catch the true culprit, correct?
Yes. Plus, you had lost control of yourself at the time.
This is stunning. All I can really do is laugh.
I've kind of figured
I'm
out
glad
that you
they
guys made
explain
Akechi
everything
kill
to us
Fate.
except for the things they didn't think about.
But what did you do about the body?
The police never even checked it.
Huh?
They had a coroner working to ensure his death was reported as a suicide. That coroner didn't take one look at the scene and just passed along a falsified death certificate.
The bad guys have that much influence?
Murder in a police station would be reckless otherwise. We also knew of a possible conspirator.
Thanks to Futaba-chan's messages and the guard's demeanor,
Convenient.
I eventually came to understand. And since the higher-ups at the police knew nothing
Imagine
of
if
this,
the
they were
guard
thrown into
was
disarray.
actually a competent actor. Oh boy.
As a result, his suicide during imprisonment was reported on the news, just as Akechi planned.
And with that confusion, he was able to escape with Nijima-san's help.
I made sure nobody would check the morgue for his body, and thanks to that, nobody knows he survived.
How did you do that?
Thinking back to the interrogation, though, I can't believe what they did to him. The callous use of violence and even drugs is utterly abnormal. If he had lost consciousness and hadn't been able to tell Sis about the phone, he would have died. I'm truly glad you made it back safe.
Best plans are those that
You shouldn't
rely
have to
on
remember
blind
such
luck.
things.
It still freaked me out when I saw the suicide on the news, though.
We made sure to live normal lives while he was being interrogated to avoid drawing any suspicion.
Yeah, normal lives for that one day. People would have totally noticed.
Even with that, I couldn't help but worry for him in my heart.
Well, I knew right away that her plan worked out.
I wanted to believe, but considering what we were up against...
Ryuji's a bit on the dense and carefree side.
Can it, Cat?
I had to be patient and avoid this place until things settled down. I finally feel relieved.
We knew he was alive, but it was difficult to not worry until we could confirm it in person.
Now that I think about it, my interrogation was just a formality for the head commander. What a joke, letting me interrogate someone who was meant to die. They just wanted to avoid backlash. Very
how
well.
about that special
From here
investigations
forward, I will
unit
do my utmost to assist you.
commander head or whatever that died? Because he died in real life.
You saved me, after all.
That's reassuring to hear.
I'll do whatever I can to help too. Just let me know.
So why isn't Akechi keeping an eye on all these, now like he said he was going to?
Well, probably not right now. He's probably just popping the champagne, and like, I don't know, maybe also popping a boner, who knows, for his victory and stuff,
and
you know.
feel free to use the first floor when you guys want to
It
get
has only been a
together to
day, after all.
talk. You'll need a hideout where you can be safe. Just say the word and I'll close shop early.
Are you sure?
This guy can't leave. Plus, you won't make much progress if people can hear you from downstairs. It's not like this place is the liveliest joint in town. It won't be a huge loss for me.
What's that? I can't leave? I can't... You mean I can't play? Great. Fantastic.
Let us accept his offer. What a great man.
No more flash forwards. Hooray.
You're too tired to leave for now.
That sounds familiar.
Sojiro is now never gonna kick you out.
Enter.
Now that's a social link advancement if I've ever
Even
heard one.
if you want to.
That's the death certificate of the principal offender, correct? Is there a problem with it?
No, nothing in particular. More importantly, you've done well with regard to the prosecutors.
Also, why did they ever even pretend like it was a secret that this guy will be it, given that, you know, we saw him at the very beginning of the game? And they make such a huge deal out of it that it was pretty much obvious he was going to be the final dude. Whatever.
The cause of death for the SIU director has been settled as a stroke.
I had him work quite substantially on forging evidence. His loss should be mourned.
It was thanks to his efforts that I could enter the Phantom Thieves' interrogation room, too.
The SIU is in disarray with his death. I'll take my time choosing a successor after the elections.
At any rate, I'm now praised as a hero, and I owe it all to the Phantom Thieves.
All possible hindrances are now gone. There's no doubt that this election is mine.
You know he's evil because he's using a Mac.
We will now talk about things we already know about so the audience understands.
As usual.
Discussion is swirling around potential nominees as the deadline for candidacy announcement nears. Candidates will announce on the 23rd of this month, while voting will be held on the 18th of next.
Elections, huh? Don't matter to us. It's not like we can vote in them yet anyways.
Why don't we resume our conversation?
Well, the Phantom Thieves are back together. We can finally take it to Akechi and the bastard backing him.
Have you figured out who's behind all this?
Akechi accidentally let that slip after the murder. He said, Shido-san.
Shido? Feels like I've heard that somewhere.
If only we let the TV go for a few minutes longer.
He is unmistakably a man of power if he has such strong connections to the police.
Shido? Could it be Masayoshi Shido?
Who?
I believe he's a politician. Remember, Ryuji? You said his speech was too loud.
Multiple times even.
It's certainly possible that Shido is the mastermind.
Huh?
Do you have some kind of evidence?
Nothing material. However, there are various conditions which align with that possibility. First, he would profit from damage done to the current administration by the psychotic breakdowns. He's maintained a negative stance toward the Phantom Thieves and has gained tremendous popularity. On top of that, he'll most likely become the next Prime Minister if he wins this upcoming election.
No!
Did he set us up with that election in mind?
If he is behind
Punches
all
of
this, that would
valid
be in stark
evidence.
opposition to his honest public image.
Well, most people are convicted by circumstantial evidence, so yes. Sort of. Mostly it's just impossible in most cases to find, you know, effective evidence for
So
to
his
prove
current
someone's
position of
innocence or
popularity is
guilt.
just him benefiting from the mental collapses.
This idea that people don't get convicted unless there's proper, true, hard, solid material evidence is just wrong.
Mom.
Shido, huh?
What is the matter?
I had a feeling he was wrapped up in all this, just based on the connections I had from my previous job.
Hey, finally this comes into play. I wasn't waiting for that.
Wakaba's research and confiscated her materials was probably Shido. From the moment Wakaba died,
Haru's eyes are still off.
They'll always be
Yes.
glitched. But there wasn't anything I could do. So I chose to protect Futaba and went into hiding.
Why didn't you say that sooner?
You guys would have definitely gone after him if I had. He would have just killed all of you, no doubt. That's what he usually does to people who get in his way.
Originally, I was looking into the mental shutdown cases. It was then that I accidentally stumbled upon government research regarding the psychotic breakdowns. So I tracked down the whereabouts of that research data and met with the associated parties. Boss was one of those parties. I would never have imagined all of this was connected.
Big boss. Oh.
The mental shutdowns, psychotic breakdowns, Shido, and even the Phantom Thieves' actions.
What's it gonna be, Snake?
Way back when.
Loyalty
Shido
to your
kept
country?
saying he was going to be prime
Or
minister.
loyalty to me?
What's going to happen to this country if Shido becomes prime minister?
Convenient.
What about the...
The issue is simpler than that. This is nothing more than yet another selfish adult trying to impose his will on the public.
We gotta expose that rotten bastard!
Yeah, we'll do it like always. Then let's check the nav.
Sayoshi Shido, the guy running for prime minister. Got a hit! Well, duh. It ain't a surprise he has one.
Where would the location be?
What kind of things go through a politician's head?
How about all of Japan?
I always think of dirty money and shady actions.
Or the world
What did he
even.
do? And where? We don't got a clue about this guy's life.
His palace must be somewhere that politicians frequent. Any ideas?
Election record.
We got a hit!
How arrogant must he be to see himself as the ruler of the Diet building?
I don't even know what that
Next
is.
target's the big shot politician Masayoshi Shido. We're gonna do
I
this,
don't
right?
know anything about Japan land.
No need to waste time with him. We just gotta hit the head. Nobody against it?
I am.
He will be a worthy opponent.
Let's win this together.
Time for revenge.
Then it's unanimous.
All we gotta do now is figure out what he thinks that diet building place is.
So that's the app that allowed me to enter the metaverse.
An old fart like me can't wrap his head around all this stuff.
We'll have to deal with this before Election Day, December 18th. That means we need it done by the 17th.
It's best we hurry before they discover there's no body in the morgue.
Should we
Oh
start tomorrow
fuck, we
then?
need to go
We can meet
do
at the
another
diet
palace
building after
immediately
school.
already? Fuck.
Reminds me, what are you gonna do about school? You can't show up if you're supposed to be dead.
Ms. Kawakami said he went back home for family reasons.
That's what I told
You
the school.
kids these days and your metaverses
Don't let him
and
find out
talking
you're alive
cats.
then, all right?
What do you mean?
This operation had another purpose outside of escaping Akechi's clutches. Shido tried to place all the blame on the Phantom Thieves and deceive the public at the same time. He has ruined countless lives, and even made Goro Akechi, a student, assist him with assassinations. A mere change of heart is too lenient a sentence for such an abominable criminal.
What?
We'll be making use of the police statement that the leader of the Phantom Thieves committed suicide. Our leader, who is presumed dead, will come out of hiding to deliver a grand statement. He'll say he has escaped prison, not committed suicide, and was in fact almost killed by a criminal.
Everyone's gonna flip.
This is fucking stupid.
You guys thought through all this stuff too?
We're
This is the
intellectuals,
dumbest
you know?
shit yet.
That's why you needed such a daring trick as getting captured and appearing to be killed. What frightening teenagers.
But the true
Real
battle
edgy.
has only just begun. We won the first round, but we must stay on our toes.
Yeah, this ain't the time to be celebrating.
These people tried to trap and kill us. There is no end to their inhuman, conniving nature. We will need to be prepared for whatever may come our way.
At least you won't need a calling card then.
I guess.
I finally made it this far. It's already been 2.5 years since we met.
Back then, you earned the media's attention as a young politician who could rise up against bureaucracy.
Young? He's already bald.
Because of that, those who wanted to preemptively deal with problems tried to tie you up in scandal.
To think I would fall for the ruse schemed by those decrepit fools in power. I recall that's when you came to me. You promoted yourself saying you had special powers. If it wasn't for the research
You
on
never made
cognition
friends with that politician guy.
I don't care. Oh, fuck.
He's only 25 years old.
Some opponents psychotic and erased any trace of that scandal.
Who'd think that tampering with a person's heart could trigger a psychotic lapse or mental shutdown? And when someone like that said he'd support me, I had suspected there'd be an ulterior motive.
It's because I sympathized with your aspiring ideology. I believed that your ideals needed to be achieved for the sake of the country's future.
Wait for Akechi to be, like, even worse afterwards. And like him, Cheeto dying, all being according to his keikaku.
Well,
Keikaku.
my faith in you was precisely why I pulled the plug on that research. I only need
Wiki
you
says
to
his
that
age is 53.
It'd be troublesome if someone else uncovered how
Alright,
it works.
I mean,
Wakaba Ishiki, was it?
is 51
That
like young for a
researcher.
politician
She
in
wouldn't have
Japan
had
land?
to die if she just complied.
Here, being young for a politician would be like
Great
20.
that the mental shutdowns are talked about so often, but we only saw 3 of them on screen or so.
Actually, we saw like 3 at the very beginning of the game during the intro cutscenes, and then never again. It was great. Well, actually, we saw some at the end here, but never in
Even the
between.
smallest doubt must be severed at the root. After all, we had an active public prosecutor's office director on our side until recently.
Astounding.
They
isn't
probably knows his age from
the
some kind of
director
fucking
himself
stupid
often
art book or
forged
some
evidence
shit.
to secure his promotion?
I only remember the train conductor dude.
Well, then there was the fucking school dude. And then there was the SIU director right now. And, yeah, I think that's about it.
He was quite surprised when you confronted him about it. He didn't know who leaked that information. Well, I got that out of his shadow, so technically speaking, he did it himself.
This country's affairs have become stagnant. The political world is filled with old men who only act to preserve their own vested interests.
Unlike me, who is only 50.
The general public
Totally
has
not
forsaken
old.
such political affairs and don't even bother. Only ruin awaits us.
I must
And the
agree.
Burger Man.
There's no need to be ruined
Oh, yeah.
along with such
Burger dude.
incompetent fools. I will lead this
Rest in
country to
peace.
its revival. Those who get in the way must
By the way, I
feel
haven't been
that they
paying attention to what they're talking about,
correct
because I
way
want to
use
save
the
and
metaverse.
make some dinner.
Still, it would stand out if there were continuous deaths and scandals with your political rivals. Which is why I made them suspects. Prosecute the targets that I turn psychotic, and solve them as cases unrelated to you. And thus, the charismatic ace detective was born.
Thanks to your efforts, my clean image remains untarnished. and I've mobilized public opinion. Once I gained public sentiment, collaborators from all sectors began approaching me on their own. The police were no exception. With their management in my pocket, keeping them in check was easy.
When the Phantom Thieves emerged, I thought things might become somewhat troublesome.
And they were just brats once we looked into it. All we needed to do was lay the blame on them.
When you told me that, I knew then that you were the better man.
Their popularity was a bit beyond my expectations. But flipping it made the negative press stronger. After that, all I had to do was openly berate them.
Why are you telling me all this stuff and all this shit we already know? Fuck you.
The current administration, even the... The time is fine. However, inauguration isn't... I'll make this country rich for...
In other words, you're creating a powerful country.
The public resonates with my
Heil Hitler.
ideals, and for that, some sacrifices
And
can't
me,
be
a
lack,
successful
is my
man,
duty.
still have time
Your
to harass
assistance has
women
been
while
very
drunk.
influential
The
in
strong
making
will
my
thrive,
plans proceed
and the
smoothly.
weak will perish, and together we'll make America great again. This is literally like the fucking senator's speech right now.
When I
Just
become
more
Prime
lamely
Minister,
formulated and much
I'll
less
grant
funny.
whatever wish you want.
With this most recent case, my name has become known across the country. Surely my story will be passed down. I believe I'll lay low and devote myself to my studies.
I suppose with your age, you wouldn't come up with debauched desires.
I am thinking about the future, though.
Okay. Well, that explains why the story won't have to deal with him anymore. Either that, or in the end, he'll return as this prime asshole.
Guess he won't be going
Just
to
as
school.
I
This game
predicted already.
wishes it had a charismatic villain like Senator Armstrong.
Don't worry about it. This'll be a breeze compared to what we've had to face so far. And we'll have all the time to come up with the plans together.
Can I save now?
To be perfectly honest, I don't really care what happens to Shido, one way or the other. But when I consider the fact that he's your enemy, I naturally think he's my enemy as well. I'm going to stay with you until the very end.
Okay. Cool and all, but can I save?
Well, how do I put this?
Well then.
Finally. Wait, actually, let's talk to these people and then...
Time to sleep.
Dividing the game into plot and gameplay parts was a genius decision.
Oh. But
You must be tired after dying.
Yeah.
If she made a deal with the higher-ups, wouldn't Fido get to know about this? Basically throwing the whole thing in the water? But whatever.
well,
Yeah, well, anyway.
I'll just add this.
Jesus Christ. Stream has been live for 4.5 hours. And we're still not done. Well, anyway, thanks for things, and tomorrow more. Bye.